Welcome to Math Success Seminar. Today, I'm going to be talking about multiplying and dividing fractions. So, what are fractions? Well, they're different from integers. They're more like pieces of integers, or maybe like an integer plus a piece. You can think of it like cents in a dollar or coins that add up to $1. 4 quarters make $1. So, when you're multiplying and dividing, I'll get to dividing next. There are special ways to carry this out. When multiplying fractions, really all we're doing is multiplying straight across. So in the numerator, it's going to be 2 times 4, in the denominator, 3 times 5. And that'll be 2 times 4 is 8, 3 times 5 is 15. There we go, 8 over 15. It's that easy. Anytime you're multiplying, you can just do that. But what if it's a fraction and a number? What if it was just 4? 2/3 times 4. Well, there's a special way of going about it. You can write any number as being over 1, and it is still mathematically equivalent. So I'm going to rewrite 4 as 4 over 1, and now I'm going to carry out the same kind of idea. 2 times 4 in the top, 3 times 1 in the bottom, so that's 8 over 3. So this could be a possible answer. Another thing to worry about is changing from, this is called an improper fraction because the numerator is bigger than the denominator. There is a way to change from improper to a mixed number, and that is, how many 3's can you fit into 8? Well, I know I can fit at least 2 of them. And what is 2 times 3? Well, it's 6. 8 minus 6, so there's 2 left over. You could also take it to the side and do long division like this. How many times can 3 go into 8? Well, it could go into it 2 times. How many is that? 6. We got 2 left over. 3 is remaining in the denominator. This is called the quotient, and this is your remainder. Very quickly, just showing that. So multiplication, not too tough. Even if you're multiplying by numbers, you can, numbers, variables, whatever, you can always just put it over 1 and then multiply across. So now what about division? Well, anytime you see a division symbol, and remember this, anytime you see a division symbol, you keep the first one the same, change this to a multiplication, and flip. So change, or keep the same, keep, change, flip. Kind of like keep, change for the adding and subtracting integer thing that Pearson does. Keep, change, flip. And now that it's multiplication, we just do what we do. 2 times 5 on the top, 3 times 4 on the bottom. So that's 10 over 12. And now we're getting into reduction and prime factors. I'll go over prime factorization in more detail in the next video, but basically we can reduce this down to, since both of these are even, they share a 2 in common. This is 2 times what? This is 2 times what? So we can reduce that down into a lower fraction. Now, on the off chance, well, not the off chance, but this could be a special form of how to write it. Let's do 2/3 divided by 4. How do we do that? How do we go about it? Remember, any number by itself you can always write as over 1. So now that we have this expressed as a fraction, let's change this to multiplication so we can get a better idea of what we're doing. So keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. And now in the last question, I carried out the multiplication and then reduced later. In this one, actually, I'm going to talk about cross-canceling. because 2 and 3 don't have any factors in common, 1 and 4 don't have any factors in common, but 2 and 4 do have factors in common, is that they're both multiples of 2. So this is 2 times what? Times 1. 2 times what? 2. So let me rewrite this. 1 over 3, 1 over 2. And now carry out that multiplication. 1 times 1, 3 times 2, so this is 1 over 6. So again, just the way that worked was this factor or this number and this number share the same factor. They both share a 2. So this is 2 times 1, this is 2 times 2. So this changes into this one here. This changes into that. And this one changes into that one. But next video, I'm going to talk about prime factorization more. I just wanted to introduce what multiplying and dividing fractions looks like. There could be multiplication, division at any point in a larger problem, but you always carry it out this way. And really, division is the one that you want to watch out for, because division is the one that you need to do more for. You need to flip, you need to change the division into multiplication, and then the problem becomes much easier, because multiplying fractions, I think, is easy peasy, but we'll get into more examples later on, I hope. But that's it for now, and I'll catch you next time.